What's up, guys? Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru.
Titan Lifestyle Live. It's Friday. We're here at the Dawn Memorial Day weekend once again. It's been a year already. It was a great year. My first year with Titan. I want to thank you for the first year here. It feels like family. My ass ain't going nowhere, but I'm happy to be here. What do we got?
Oh, man, we got a great show for you. Obviously, it's Memorial Day weekend. So we're on an undisclosed location down in St. Pete Beach. We want to get some content for you guys and change the scenery up a little bit so everybody's on the same page. Facebook, Instagram. But we got a great show. We're going to go over the therapy of the week, which is Titan Fat Burning Cream, Thor versus Eddie Hall, Tyson versus Holyfield. Some great matchups. We'll talk about them more in depth. And Memorial Day weekend gatherings. Where are you going to live at in this, what state are you living in, and
if
how
they're going to have them.
That's what I'm saying.
How they're going to, is it going to be a media, is it going to be social media gathering or actual social gathering? It's going to be crazy.
We will see. It's definitely different. I mean, here in Florida and the other states, I've talked to some people up in Illinois and Indiana, and these are just different states that patients are in. And, it's different from everybody. Ask them, hey, how's everything going out there? Some people say people are very, very cautious, and some people say that they're not so cautious, and like it's basically nothing ever happened.
And plus, with everything new now, there's new things coming out now which says how it cannot be spreaded. So I mean, before you could touch stuff, it could be spread that way. Now they're saying it can't. So it seems like they're switching up all the time.
Flip-flopping.
And it seems like people are realizing, so they're kind of just
So this is
play it safe, but it's not something to be paranoid about every single day.
It's really good that you brought this up, Drew. And let's talk about it. So the CDC and they are our go-to. That's what normal people and doctors, in the medical field, like what we would go off of at Titan, we would go by their guidelines. So we're looking to CDC as the the end-all, be-all of what we should be following, especially during a pandemic like what's going on right now. And things have changed, like the mask thing. So before they said, don't wear a mask, it's not going to be good. Now it's wear a mask. Well, I'm just going to bring up a point for the medical field. That means surgeons wear masks through hours and hours of surgery and breathe fine. And the reason they're wearing that is not just to look like a doctor or a surgeon. It's actually for protection for themselves and for the patient at that point. There's been medical malpractice in years before, and this has got to be 10 to 15 years before, where dentists were actually over a patient, was working on a patient, wasn't wearing a mask, dropped gum into the patient's mouth, and they've caught disease. I know HIV was spread like that, in one instance. So this is something that's very, very serious. So mask was one thing. Now it's the surfaces, not spraying it like they thought. Like where they said that this data was done in labs. Like this was tested. Like we believe these guys. So it's really, really skeptical, what the CDC comes out of, or the guidelines, like vaccinations being so quick and all that.
I'd like to see someone step above and see where the CDC is actually getting their numbers and actually question their testing. Because all the other testing has been questioned. A lot of the tests have come back defective, or people don't, what about who's going above? Are we just putting all of our faith and all of our trust 100% into the CDC, whatever they say goes? Or is someone actually going to step to see, to investigate where they're getting their numbers from, how they're getting their numbers, and is everything going to continue to change? Because now it's like, we don't know what they're going to say next. First it was, we don't know when we can go outside. Now it's, we don't know.
Now we know the UV light kills the virus, and it doesn't spread as fast, or stay out there.
Well, we get plenty of it today where we're at.
We're
outside all day, so it's been great out here. So vitamin D soaking up. And we got vitamin D at Titan Medical too. Injectable form.
Injectable form, the best transportation rate, the best absorbency. You know where it's coming from. You know what you're getting. It's monitored by a doctor. It comes from a U.S. licensed pharmacy right to your doorstep. It's very simple and very easy to do.
One thing too with the vitamin D, if you guys burn easily, take an injectable vitamin D before you go out in the sun actually helps with that.
Absolutely.
So people that burn easily, it's not going to stop you from burning. Still use your sunscreen, but it's actually going to help if you burn easily. It's going to turn that redness actually like the darker color that you want. So if you're prone to burning, even if you don't want it to get tan, if you're prone to burning, if you work construction, if you're out in the sun all the time, or if you work at the amusement park or whatever you do, there's not an amusement park right now. But if you're outside all the time, use that vitamin D to avoid the burning on the eyes, the burning on the nose. That stuff goes away if you take good dose of vitamin C in injectable form, not the tablets from the drugstore.
Yeah, and many people are still vitamin D deficient, even if they take those oral supplements, because they get broken down the gastro tract. They're not absorbing it like they should. Even people that are out in the sun, like me, I got this beautiful, nice tan, and I still am deficient when I blood test for vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is really a hormone. It's really what it is. And at that point, it's fat soluble, so it comes in oil based, right? Where all other vitamins and amino acids are water based, so you can excrete them out the body. They're not going to be toxic with the buildup. Where vitamin D can be toxic, so that's why we'd have to blood test for vitamin D. That's the only one vitamin wise that we'd ever have to do a blood test for vitamin D, just to make sure it's not toxic to you guys. Now, the health benefits are above and beyond. Let's talk about immune system. Now they're talking about COVID patients. They're doing research with vitamin D, talking about how vitamin D is essential for this, for people to build their immune system, renal function. Vitamin D is huge, as far as making the body healthy. So it goes right along with it.
Even injectable is second. I mean, there's no comparison injectable anything that Titan has compared to a multivitamin from the drugstore, from the dollar store, from a high-end
not
drugstore.
even the same universe.
It's not. I don't care if you're paying $50 for multivitamins. It's still not the same.
Absolutely,
it's
vitamin D, man. I mean, anything you do, and let's talk about, injectable is going to be a higher absorbency and a faster transportation rate. And like I said, you know what you're getting automatically. Where you don't have that peace of mind when you're getting a supplement, or you have to drink so much you feel bloated, you're getting other negative side effects, or possibly taking the stuff that's going to hurt you or do worse for yourself.
Or if it's on the flip side, if you want to get it a more natural way as opposed to taking a pill, go with the injection. Or if you want to go outside to get your vitamin D, but you can't because you have the skin problems, same thing. Take that vitamin D to avoid going out in the sun all day, because you might burn depending on what it is.
So the best thing to do is blood test first. See where it's at. See where your baseline's at. Try an option, whether it's going out to the sun a week and getting your 15 to 30 minutes in, or maybe more, and then retest and see where you're at. You can even possibly take an oral supplement if you want to do the Pepsi challenge and go versus oral versus injectable, because we'll win every time. And I love when people do it. They recommend, some doctors, and you have to check with your physician or ours, 10,000 IUs per day, and we'll see where you're at. Where you take this injectable, and it's a 50,000 IU shot per injection, and you only have to take it one time a week. That's it.
Yeah, those vitamin D tablets are jelly. They're oily. To take as much of those as you have to take on a daily basis, and plus you're not getting straight vitamin D.
Absolutely not.
The gel cap that holds the vitamin D.
Yes.
Whether that's vegetarian cap or not, you're getting extra stuff which you don't need.
Absolutely.
You don't need the extra, So.
Absolutely. Which, brings me to the next one, our therapy of the week. So our Titan Fat Burning Cream. It's got aminophyllene in it. It's got phosphatidylcholine in it, caffeine, retinol. It's a really, really effective topical application that you can use to make any area of the body aesthetically more pleasing. Whether it's tightening the neck for guys or girls, they like to do their stomach, and guys, or behind their, on their legs and stuff like that for cellulite. What it does, because I get that question all the time. They're like, what does it do? So what it does is it shrinks fat cells in the area, right? It also takes out the subcutaneous water layer that's there. So some people hold water in the area, and that's why it look like that. It also tightens the area, the skin of the application area. So at that point, it makes it more look. The more look is a more aesthetically pleasing look for anybody it is. It was mostly made for women, in the beginning, because if a girl want to wear a bathing suit or a dress or something like that, they wanted maybe show their legs, and it would tighten up like cellulite areas.
It does tighten rather quick too. I use it for my show,
pretty quick,
and I use it every time I have a photo shoot. And when I put it on, I like to put it on the night before, and then do like one or two more times before I shoot a video or something. But I noticed like almost instantly, it's not going to make you lose weight instantly, but it tightens the area. So from the eye, from the mirror, from the picture, from whatever you see, it's a lot different too. And you could also, older people, if you have wrinkles in your neck, it's going to tighten that even a little bit underneath your eyes. It's sensitive. A lot of those creams, they're so they just want to burn. A lot of them aren't even burning, but what they do is they add so much niacin and stuff in it just to give it that tingly feeling, so mentally you think, oh, it's working because it's burning. But what happens is you guys are wearing waist trimmers with that on because everybody wants to wear the waist trimmer over the cream, and then you have irritation. And what happens then? You wear a tank top, and then you put the waist trimmer over the tank top, but then you're not getting the full effect of it. So it's just a mess. With this stuff, I break out easily, guys. From shaving, break out real easy. I can shave, don't put any alcohol after, and put this right after I shave, and I don't see any redness and irritation. So, and right after you shave is the best time too, because if you guys shave What happens if you're wet shaving, you're pushing hydration back into the pore.
Yeah.
So when you shave, you're pushing it back into the pore. What happens, you have small subcute water underneath the pore, pushes on it, sucks it right back out. So it's almost like pushes the hair even deeper in, sucks it up, makes it a lot tighter. So that's another thing too. If you have breakouts and you're scared of creams, like which I am, or any type of lotion, you can use that too.
It's a good thing you brought that up. So there's the over-the-counter ones, right? And now bodybuilders used to use hemorrhoid cream and used to tighten areas. Well, this is another one for them because it's way more effective. It helps out in a lot of areas. Yeah. But the big thing is like some of these over-the-counter ones that do not and cannot have some of the ingredients that are in ours, they actually, like you said, they burn, they tingle, they feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
With this cream, you're not going to get that uncomfortable feel at all. It's going to be easy. It's going to be nice application. It's going to absorb good. You can put the squeam on it, or if you want to go old school, saran wrap was another one.
Yeah.
You can use the application a number of different ways, whether you're getting ready to go down to the pool or beach, whether you're doing a photo shoot or anything like that. Another one is like when you want to go to sleep and wake up the next day, you can use a saran wrap and leave it on your night.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying before bed. You
really
put it on, you wake up real tight too. And a lot of times people, they don't use the creams because they're labeled fat burning creams.
Right.
And a lot of people are lean. They don't have fat to burn, but they have loose skin from losing the weight. That's why they're so lean.
Yeah.
So with this, you could use the cream, and you're not going to work a lot. You could still use the cream even if your body fat is like 6 or 7. If you're doing a contest, if it's really, really low, you could still use this and see a result because you're not burning fat because the fat's already gone, but you're actually tightening the skin.
Yep.
So even people who have no body fat, just want a little bit tighter skin, could use it too. It's still going to work.
Definitely not. Don't use it around your eyes. Dr. Big, Justin Holt said that.
Not on your eyes.
He said,
under.
Yeah, no. He said it's amazing. He said just don't put it in your eyes.
In your eyes.
Yeah,
okay,
No.
Under,
for sure.
under.
For sure.
Real low below with it.
Not internal use, guys. For, external use only. All right, but it's really good. The Titan Fat Burning Cream. It's another one to throw on your therapies if you are taking therapies like Tighten Up or Tighten Complete or the ECA stack. And we have our summer packages where you guys are going to save a ton of money. You guys can mix these different options up of the topical, like the Titan Fat Burning Cream, the injectable, like Tighten Up, or ECA stacks, which are
beaches
awesome.
are open now, so now is definitely the time.
It's time, guys.
He started his already.
I started getting my cut on. I'm starting to get there.
Getting there.
I'm going to get as big as Big Dru and have the waist of my shrink.
If he gets as big as me, I need to get bigger than the same difference. So.
I wish and pray. It'll never happen, but hey, I'm trying. That's my goals, guys. But yeah, so the Titan Fat Burning Cream is awesome. Coming up to the next one, Thor versus Eddie Hall.
Yeah, that's a
what do you
lot.
think about
That's
this?
a lot
Big
of
dudes,
poundage.
man.
That's the heaviest boxing match in history. If you guys don't know who Thor and Eddie Hall is, Thor is the world's strongest man. Eddie Hall is the former world's strongest man. Eddie Hall had the world deadlift record, 500 kilograms, like 1,100 pounds.
Yeah.
Thor just broke it, 501 kilograms, 1,101 or 2 or whatever it is pounds. So, and what happened is Thor broke the record at his home gym because of the whole COVID-19. His home gym, his dad weighed the plates on camera, and then he broke the record. So Eddie Hall didn't like that. He came out, said something about it.
Yep.
After Thor broke his record, he challenged him on camera. Boom. Said, I want to fight you. Here's the contract. These guys are making 7 figures. So anyway, Thor, 450 pounds, boxing against Eddie Hall, who when he won the deadlift competition, he was like 420 pounds. I'm not sure he is now 400.
360 right now.
360 right now. I'm sure these guys are going to come down to around 300, both of them, I'm assuming, which is really lean for them, but it's the world's, and it's going to be the heaviest boxing match. I feel that these guys are going to get winded early. I don't feel like they have the conditioning. I mean, I don't have it either, so it's not like I could do it. I'm not saying like for them to, But
this is some big guys doing this, man.
One hit is all it's really going to take. I mean, these guys are deadlifting 1,100. One hit. I mean,
we'll see, man. Just because they're strong doesn't mean they can fight. So
we'll
see this.
I saw Eddie swinging, and his punch looked a lot better than I thought. He was coming through. Thor looked a little off.
Yeah,
but then
you gotta have balance.
Fighter, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Move. You're not just lifting something up or pushing something. So
it's gonna be.
It's gonna be anxious. So we'll see what happens with Thor versus Eddie Hall. Yeah. Sarah, yes, we do glutathione IV drips. Just so you guys know what we do at Titan Medical Center, we do nationwide service and hormone replacement therapy for males and females, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, like we're talking about Hercules Potion, Titan Complete, all those good ones, rejuvenation detox, like glutathione. We also do peptides, all different types of peptides, from AOD, the advanced obesity drug 9604 for weight loss and fat burning, to BPC 157 and TB 500 for healing peptides that are awesome. Golf elbow, tennis elbow, shoulders, knees, all that. Plus we have GHRHs, growth hormone releasing hormones. CJC 1295, pair that with Imperellin. That's going to give you great results. We also have IGF-1. We do IV drips in-house, so IV nutrition from glutathione, Myers cocktail, vitamin C, zinc, B-complex, everything, and we can mix this all up in one bag.
Yeah, we got stuff for your sex. We got stuff for your sleep.
Libido enhancers.
We got stuff for your studies. We got stuff for everything.
Concentration, you nailed it, man.
Everything. Sex, sleep, and studies is huge.
Absolutely.
That's like a college man's dream, so... Any college students out there that's the legal age and want to get down with Titan, that want to improve your sex, your sleep, and your studies while going to school, call us 727-389-3220 and take over the campus.
That's right, man. Quality of life is key no matter what age you're at, right? And it's always good if you have some of these symptoms, the blood test. If not, we can help your performance in other ways in life. Like you said, whether it's concentration, whether it's libido. Stress, that's another one. People were asking about cortisol levels the other day. You know, these are big, big things, and you can blood test for these to see where you're at and do something about them. Don't wait.
Yeah, having a hormonal imbalance is what causes a lot of problems that people don't even relate it to.
Big time.
They think it's something in their life. They think
mental,
it's something
physical.
Having a hormonal imbalance is the reason why some people have thoughts they don't realize why they're having.
Absolutely.
Your hormones are off. Something is out of whack. Come in and get your blood test done. We can take care of it and get you going right.
Go ahead, Camila. Send me direct, all right? Send me a direct DM, all right? All right, guys, yeah. So all the Titan products are awesome. Iron Bay Classic. What's up, Jose Santiago?
Shout out to Jose.
Oh, yeah. Johnny Mack, excited to receive my Titan and ECAs. Appreciate the incredible service. Thank you. We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate your support. You're going to love those. If you have questions about Tighten Up or ECA Stack Plus, please call or text the office. Our medical staff is here for you guys. You know, so we want to make sure you guys are taking your medications correctly. We even did some videos to be able to see. I'm reconstituting medications like HCG or CJC or BPC 157. A lot of people have questions about it. How much do I mix? Where do I mix?
Right.
You know, how do I do
how
this?
To mix?
I mean, you would not believe some of the things that come across, like, you know, questions. So the other day, you know, people you would think, you know, with needles, like, you know, listen, you know, the common thing, you know, for me, and I've been in the field, I guess, for a while, but I guess for everybody else is what I assumed, and don't ever assume, is that every time you stick a needle in something, then at that point, that needle is done, right? So for me, if I was going to stick a needle, you know, with testosterone, I wouldn't use that needle. The next thing is don't ever wipe the needle off with alcohol afterwards and thinking it's sterile. Some people inject themselves, and then they get an alcohol pad before or after and wipe off the needle and then inject themselves again with this. I also know people that have injected testosterone and then afterwards pull off their HCG with the exact same needle and inject themselves. Dude, so these are some no-nos that you should not ever do. And I wouldn't assume people would do this, but listen, people don't know, especially if you haven't done injections, and that's why we're here for you guys. We are always here by call, text, or email, and at that point to answer your questions, whether you think they're dumb or not, or you don't think they're dumb, we need to answer them to make sure you guys are taking your medication correctly, that you guys are getting the right dosage of medication when you're diluting medication. That was another thing I covered in the video because, you know, if some people, they don't read the directions and it's a 10 ml vial, they just automatically, or the syringe is 10 mls, they fill it all the way up. So, and you're not getting the right dosage, right?
Yeah. If you bought a bottle of acetaminophen, you wouldn't just take the whole bottle.
Right.
Another thing is don't think, like he said, you could don't wipe the needle with the napkin.
No.
Don't even
set it down.
Don't clean the needle at all. Don't clean it out.
Don't touch that needle.
Once you expose that tip, you're not supposed to be talking above that tip. You have germs in you. You're not supposed to talk around the tip. If you have a ceiling fan or something, move away from it. And also, too, don't think you can clean your needle even if you're not touching it. I had someone reach out to me, said they clean their needles. Their injections are hurting, and I said, how are you doing them? He said how he was doing them. This and that. It's okay. He said he's cleaning it, this and that. And I said, are you using a new needle every time? He said, no, I've been using the same needle. And I said, have you had an injection? He said, no, I haven't had an injection because I've been cleaning it. And I said, okay, well, what do you mean by cleaning it? What he was doing is he was putting the whole needle, once it was empty, into alcohol, drawing alcohol back into the needle, and then he would squirt the alcohol out. So he thought because the alcohol went into the syringe and squirted back out, that it cleaned inside the syringe and back out. And then basically what he would do is he would just make sure all the things out of there. And then what I said is it's only going to matter of time before one drop of alcohol is in that needle, and you're going to have a serious problem.
Even worse.
Not only that, it's getting dull every time. Every time you punch. So I mean, really, needles is they're almost free. I mean,
yeah, you can get needles.
If you haven't had an infection ever before, it's the last thing you want to do. It'll ruin you. It'll ruin you cosmetically.
Yes.
If you're trying to
You'll have to cut out the area if it's
if you're trying to get in shape for the summer, even if it's a big lump sitting there for the whole summer, now you're like, come on now. And people are gonna think, oh, it's steroids. No, it's vitamins. But it's just not. It's a mess. It's a mess.
So don't do that, guys. All right.
New needles every time.
New needles every time. And if you're a patient of Titan, you can get needles, no problem. Johnny Mac, so you asked about BPC and your rotator cuff. So yes, it will definitely help. BPC 157 is a healing peptide. It comes from the gastric juice in the body. It's very natural to the body. You want to inject closest to the area. I actually did that in another video, talking about BPC 157 and how you want to inject close to the area. And then I did some injections like I was showing you the other day in the office. For golf elbow or shoulder injuries like that, rotator, whatever it is. So BPC 157 is definitely a good one. Pair it with DB 500. Those work great together, but BPC 157 should help by itself, at least with the inflammation, all right? So that should be another good one. What else we got here? So we're not to inject.
It depends what it is. If you have something that has to be sub-Q, I wouldn't put it IM and vice versa. I mean, it depends what it is. I mean,
it just really depends what it is, and muscle groups really not to inject in. I mean, listen, you really don't want to inject in the foot areas unless you really have to, I guess.
I would say forearms, hands, feet.
Unless you're doing like golf elbow or tennis elbow, you don't really want to inject in here. As far as especially oil-based.
It also depends how big the muscle is too. If you say forearms, no forearms, that might work. I mean, if the guy has a big enough meat enough forearm where the needle's in there securely and it's not hitting anything. I mean, for me, listen, different people like to inject in different places. And if it's in a muscular, that means you can inject in any muscle. Right. But, people like to inject in different places. So for me, I'm more of a delt guy as far as oil-based injection or glute. Or for my vitamins, I usually, I'll inject in the muscle as far as delts, biceps, triceps, like Hercules Potion, chest. I don't do traps. I know a lot of people do. Yeah. Or legs. I don't do them, but I know Drew loves calves and he loves his quads. I do my HRT and my quads, glutes, and my Hercules quads, glutes, and calves. So
But that's what it is. So different.
But the thing is, for me, I feel nothing there. Yeah, exactly. Other people different ways, and I tried it in my shoulder one time. It just didn't feel. I don't know. Yep. It's just whatever works for you. If you do it one place and it's depending on what it is. If it's something oil based, you might feel a little bit more. It might take a little bit longer for But if you do it someplace and it hurts so bad and it's try another area. If it's cleaned properly and it's not infected, try another area. You just have to find your spots. Yeah. Certain people can do their glutes every single time, rotate every day, and certain people they have to wait. And the recovery is different. Just like everyone has different muscles and they recover differently, they take the injection differently. Another thing you have to realize too is it's not the substance that's causing the scar tissue; it's the amount of injections you're having. Yeah. So if you guys have a 3 ml bottle and you want to take some glutathione, some Hercules, all in the same one, put it in your glute, that's completely fine. That's what I love to do. Because it's a single injection. That way you don't have to go one. It's a lot easier. So whatever works best for you, find your way and just do it that way. If people say you're not supposed to do it that way, hey, as long as you haven't had any problems and it's a safe way to do it, who cares? Do it your way.
Listen, you guys got any questions about it, please call or text us. We'll walk you through it. Sarah, thank you. Over the last 2 years, she said, what was it? Let's say. You've had a really successful, grown company over the past 2 years. The products must perform. So we've been in business for 8 years. Thank you. And man, we've grown every year, thank God, and we're blessed for that. But yes, the therapies definitely work. They're prescribed, they come from the pharmacy. They're going to do what we say they're going to do as far as that goes, or help out in those ways. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys following me. That's awesome. That.
We like stuff like that.
Absolutely. Love it, man. Love it. Young dad. Amanda said what up. She sent a kissy face to Drew.
What's up, Amanda? She's working from home right now. Wish I could see you, but I'll be there
soon. Yep. Gaines, my team Mills, we appreciate you too. So let's talk about the next big one. Big fight. Tyson versus Holyfield.
Yeah, the ear chomper. I don't know. It's going to be... I don't know.
This is crazy.
I think it's either going to be like 100. I don't know. I think it's either going to be a really, really good fight or just like a slugfest just for show. But I saw Tyson training.
Right? He was getting down.
Like the way he can move. Like it's almost like he looks exactly the same. Like the way he's moving and everything is exactly the same. Man. He's fast. He's like, you can't untrain that. Like whatever Gus Customato did to him, it's not going to go anywhere. I'm a Tyson fan for that. Holyfield, not so much. I'm a Tyson guy. I love how he used to intimidate. I love how he used to just come into the ring with no shirt on. All the other guys got rolled. He used to come up sweaty, ready to go. Just I used to love
Feel that robot, man. Those black trunks, he's ready to come at you like
Nobody's
a bulldog.
You know,
that's one thing about Tyson, man. He used to come out swinging big time. And listen, Holyfield was a good champion too. We're talking about 2 world champion boxers. 2
of the best,
man,
2
right?
of top 10.
Top 10?
Maybe,
yeah, right. I mean, Holyfield held it for a while, so
numbers wise, maybe Holyfield. I just never been Holyfield.
Boxing was still relevant at that point in time, with those guys. So that's a big thing because now, I really don't follow boxing. Before, man, that was a big thing, Yeah. And now all these other sports, MMA is definitely taken over to a certain extent. People like doing different fights, but listen, there ain't definitely a good boxing match. And we're gonna see what's up with Holyfield versus Tyson. It's gonna be on.
I don't know when it is. If everybody knows when it is,
I'll find out the date.
Find out when it is.
I'll find out what the date is.
I don't know. I'm not sure when Thor and Eddie. I'm not sure when Mike Tyson and Holyfield is, but I'm excited. I'm probably gonna like the Tyson Holyfield more. Yeah. Even though I love watching Strongman, but I'm just a Tyson fan.
So respect to Holyfield, but Tyson will destroy him.
Yep.
Yeah, we're probably betting that too. Yeah, I'm bet on Tyson this one.
And plus, you gotta think of all that built up over the years, ever since the incident and this and that. He's like, he looks like he's fighting for like a world title fight, like the way he's training, his face, and
he's got something to prove, man. He's gonna try to prove it. So we're gonna see what's up. We'll get the date. We'll talk about it more. We'll follow up with that. So Memorial Day weekend gatherings.
Whether they're, I think a lot of them are going to be actually over tablets and phones. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out and get outside.
Absolutely.
Keep a distance or whatever. If people, when you're approaching people on the street, if you see that they kind of want their distance, give them their distance. Even if you don't want your distance, even if you don't care, there's people that are really. So if you're walking on the sidewalk and you're coming up to someone, give them a little bit of distance. Spread
respect,
your
respect,
and don't sit directly next to people. I mean, if it's the party you're with, it's different.
Right.
But just try to keep that distancing thing. But I'm gonna try to get out. I love being outside.
Listen. If it's nice in your area or your state and you can go outside the UV rays, they know this is good for you. Your immunity, your immune system is good. Being outside, being active, right?
Especially everyone's been cooped up for all these weeks.
And they know that COVID does spread indoors faster than outdoors. So go outside. We're in Florida and we're killing it as far as number wise. Not doing bad at all. We're doing very good in the way that we're opening up. So at that point, listen, man, it just I guess. Be the best you can. Respect people out there, what they want to do. If they want to distance or not wear a mask or whatever it is, or wear a mask, you shouldn't shame them either way.
But the thing is, I mean, you don't have to do this, but if you have a mask, just put it in your car. Don't leave it at the house. You don't have to go purchase one, but if you have one, or if you can purchase one, that's fine. But just have it in your car, have it with you just in case you go in the store. Because there are places that you don't know about, and you get up, and if it says you have to have a mask, now it's like you don't want to turn around this and that. I know Costco requires masks. I'm a huge Costco guy. Shout out to Costco. I love Costco. I gotta give Costco a shout out. But I know you have to wear them at Costco. So that's the only time I've ever actually worn a mask is Costco. But,
so Mr. Night Owl says shout out to Rochelle. She's the one that awesome spotlight on me on Time Medical. Thank you. Just want to say thank you. Came to you guys after years thinking I was a doctor and just misusing testosterone. My low T was super low.
Shout out to Stephanie.
And estrogen was high, almost a week into Titan with therapies. Awesome, Johnny Mac. I am glad. You feel incredible. That's awesome. I'm glad we can help you out. Listen, there's a lot of people out there. I understand how it is. They went to their friend or their bro and they said, hey, listen, man, I want to feel better. I don't feel good, or you should take this. Or thought that maybe they understood it a little bit easier because it seems easy, but listen, it's not when balancing. It really does come down to dialing yourself in, and when you're not dialing yourself in, or you don't even know where you're getting yourself sometimes, then at that point it's really hard
self-diagnosing,
right? And playing Frankenstein, so
Dr. Google Googling all the time.
Dr. Google. So that is what it is. So I mean, just I'm glad you shared your story with us. Thank you, John Mack. Hey, listen, make sure you text into the office. You know the line, 727-389-3220. Make sure we send you out a shirt. All patients get shirts, a swag bag, pen, all that. We want to get that out to you guys. So if you guys are patients, here's your chance. Tell them John said, I want a shirt or a tank top if you're a girl, if you're a patient, okay? If you're going to become a patient, once you sign up, I'll make sure you get your swag bag and shirt too as well. I want to hook you guys all up, look good, feel good with Titan Medical.
Good clothes too.
Absolutely, top of line quality. And we got new stuff coming. So I've got the athletes and stuff like that. And Drew, I got to find an exercise because I thought I had one big enough for him. But our tracksuits, our new tracksuits for summer are coming. They're going to be awesome. They're ridiculous. And new shirts too. So I think it's been a good time. We want to go out to the beach. We're down here by the beach
in
St. Pete.
Beautiful out here.
It's beautiful out here. Probably going to get some sun, see what's up.
Get
So
some ice cream.
Yes. Ice cream too.
I need some ice cream. And
Peter wants some too, trust me.
You know this guy is the most particular guy about his food. He reads ingredients and everything. So the ice cream place over here we went to last year was great.
Uncle Andy's.
And he knows exactly, like, the quality has to be perfect. It's not,
That's right.
So if he says it's good, I'm eating. I might get 2 Sundays.
It's good. Yeah, I'm definitely giving myself a shake, man. An ice cream shake. So we appreciate it. You guys enjoy and have a safe Memorial Day weekend with your family, your loved ones, by yourself, whatever it is. Enjoy yourself. Get outside, get some activity, get some sunlight. We appreciate you guys tuning in.
Appreciate you tuning in. Titan Medical Center, 727-389-3220. This is Titan Lifestyle. It's every Friday. Check us out next Friday at 2 p.m. Titan Talk on Tuesdays and also ABCs on Sundays. Yep. I'm ready for some ice cream.
Yep, we're ready for some ice cream. We love you guys, and we are out.